Lesson 5. In Lesson 5 we're talking about sets, absolute value, and addition of signed numbers. And one of our key vocabulary words that we have is just a set. And a set, well, a set is just it's a well-defined collection of things. And specifically when we're talking about math, it's going to be a well-defined set of numbers. We looked at some sets in the last few lessons, including natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. What are those? Do you remember? Let's write this definition out and think about that question. Well-defined collection of numbers. Okay, counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Integers, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. All those things are different examples of sets, and we need to know exactly what set means in order to do some of the problems that we have coming up. So this lesson, this notation, it might look familiar to you. Hopefully it does. We've got our straight vertical lines surrounding a number or more than one number, and maybe we have things on the outside of those vertical lines. This is absolute value. So the absolute value of -5 is equal to 5. And that's our answer. That's all that we have to do. If we define absolute value makes everything positive that's within those vertical lines or bars. The absolute value is the distance from 0. So if we're looking at a number line, -5 is 5 units from 0. So the absolute value of -5 has to be 5. If we look at our next question, let's say that we have 11 minus 2, and we're taking the absolute value of 11 minus 2. Well, this is going to be equal to, when we simplify, it's going to be equal to the absolute value of 9. Well, 9 is 9 units from 0, so our absolute value of 9 is just 9. Then let's look at our third question. This one, notice there's a negative sign on the outside of our absolute value bars, so we have to do that last because we do everything within the absolute value bars first. So we're going to get negative, then we've got 20 minus 2, we've got 18. So we need negative the absolute value of 18. So when we have that, the absolute value of 18 is 18, but the negative is next. So our answer has to be -18 because the negative sign was on the outside of our absolute value bars. Okay, we can use that to help us with this. We're going to use directed numbers to add the following. We've got -3 plus +2. Now, you might be able to do this one in your head. If you can, that's good. But the question specifically says, use directed numbers to add the following. So you've got to show this with a number line. We're starting at 0. And first we're going to go up to show that we are beginning our process. And we need to go backwards 3, because -3. So we go to -3, right over to here. Okay. And then we're going to add 2 to that. So we're going to go up, we're going to add 2, we've gone over 1. We've now gone over 2. You can see right where we end. We end at -1. And we're all done. Our answer is going to be equal to -1. We've used directed numbers to add -3 plus 2, or plus +2, to give us an answer of -1. Our lesson practice is going to be on page 28. Please write your questions down, get all your notes done, and have a nice evening.